My parents couldn't agree on where to live. My mother found the South unbearable. Well, they went to New Orleans as soon as they were married, and she was miserable. She was 98 pounds. She was sleeping on the floor in a sweat. She's living off Coca-Colas. So they just looked at a map, and they split the difference between New Orleans, where my father was in heaven, and Boston, and found Charlottesville, and then they found Lexington. And then they found this farm. There are a number of things that set Southern artists apart from anyone else. Their love of the past and their susceptibility to myth, and their willingness to experiment with romanticism, their obsession with place, and their obsession with family. My parents were important, but Virginia may have been the single most important person in my life. She was an extraordinary woman. She was my family. I was raised by Virginia, who worked for my parents for 30 years. Virginia Carter was born right down the road and lived in a black community of freed slaves called Buck Hill, and married very young and had 5 children. And remarkably, with what she earned, sent all 5 children away to boarding school, because of course you didn't have public school for black children here in Virginia. And then she sent every one of them through college. That's a remarkable woman. She's just breathtaking. And compassionate and warm and big and generous, and embraced us in a way. Oh.
Thanks to Mom.
Take a picture of you. Let's see. Do that again. Good girl. Going to church with Virginia was an ecstatic moment. First of all, you'd have to get dressed up, which we didn't do. We didn't get dressed up in our family. We didn't go to church. She'd get us all dressed up and we'd go. And the singing and the clapping, it's like a great tide. You felt like you were roiled around in waves of emotion and song and feeling. When I think of the hardships in her life and the inequities, it's astonishing that she could love 3 white children who didn't have a clue.